What is up, people? It is your boy, it's your dog, it's your brother from another mother, aka the sneaker surgeon, aka Dr. Vassell, back again with another drip session. Now, March is a busy month for sneaker releases, with sights firmly placed on a potential grail releasing this month. So do your boy a solid and drop me a like, because you know we love, and whilst you're there, why not just slide across to that subscribe button and click that bad boy so you don't miss future crep check content. Also, in my opinion, the sneaker game isn't a Lone Ranger game, it's all about the community. So do me a solid and let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the releases that are coming up, and also if there are any in particular you'd like me to pick up and do a detailed review on. Log into your socials, look up Dr. Vassell and follow that bad boy for fresh sneaker content and general banter. Now, I've done all the investigative work for you, so sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and let's get into March's drip session. Disclaimer alert, the sneaker world moves fast, and things can flip at the turn of a hat, so please do not come after me if the dates change. With that being said, let's get into it. After a tame January, February came out swinging, with a good few jabs, a couple hooks, and maybe one or two uppercuts. If you haven't seen my February drip session, click the link above and go check that out. So how is March's sneaker releases setting up? Well, if January was tame, February was heavy hitting, March is an MMA fight, kicking things off at rapid pace on the 1st. I, like many others, are partial to an Air Force One. So it should be no surprise then that this is one of Nike's most purchased silhouette. So much so that the white on white or black on black Air Force One is probably the most seen silhouette on road today. Enter an Air Force One with character. The Air Force One Celestine Blue, which is dropping for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100 here in the UK, is perfectly positioned for spring and summer, with an upper that is reminiscent of a lovely spring or summer's day, with sky blue dye suede faded into a smoky grey on the upper, with rougher grey suede accents around the swoosh and the collar. This is a lovely standout pair that I am seriously considering adding to my collection. Also releasing on the 1st of March, Nike give another silhouette the Celestine Blue treatment. Nike Dunk High. Going for the recommended retail price of $135, that's £110. Again, this sneaker gives off spring-summer vibe, with the overlays featuring a dyed sky blue and weathered appearance. No pun intended. Any sneaker featuring blue, the world's most popular colour, is likely to be a hit, and this sneaker is no exception. Still on the 1st of March, we have a Nike Dunk Low. The Nike Dunk Low Sandrift, going for the recommended retail price of $110, that's £90 here in the UK. Suede is the theme of the season, and this women's release keeps within that trend. Boasting smooth suede overlays and uppers in tonal autumn-fall hues of browns, creams and beiges, this dunk offers a very balanced colour profile, and therefore these are very aesthetically pleasing. I can only hope they drop extended sizes on these so I can squeeze my bigger size 11s into them. Still on the 1st and still with Nike, we have the Nike Zoom Vormero 5. Going for the recommended retail price of $160, that's £140 here in the UK. This is a sneaker that has been resuscitated and revived, and it's been put out, I believe, to compete with the likes of Asics, New Balance, QC, brands that are slowly eating away at Nike's lion's share of the sneaker market. This old school runner has been receiving a big push from Nike recently, with several colorways already released. Featuring Zoom technology, which uses compressed air and stretched fibers, these sneakers offer new age comfort with retro aesthetics, with two colorways being released. Black Sesame, which features a jet black murdered out mesh upper with hues of browns, creams and tans, seen at the sock liner, midsole, outsole and across the tongue. Polished off with a contrasting blue insole with rabbits running on them. This is a sneaker that is rapidly gaining cult status, and one of the silhouettes I placed on my 2-cop list for spring. If you haven't seen that, go click the link above and check that out. Still staying with Nike and still on the 1st of March, we have the Nike Air Force One Undefeated Fauna Brown. Going for the recommended retail price of $160, that's £140. What can I say about this sneaker? This multicolored patent leather sneaker's only mission is to clash. It surprises me that of all the colors on the upper and the sole, it's named after probably the most tame color found on it, the Fauna Brown, with a whopping 8. That's 8 different colors on this sneaker. I can't help feel like Undefeated were trying to go for the world record of the most colors found on one sneaker. With Undefeated Dubrays, this is a very, very bright and energetic sneaker. Still on the 1st of March, but now moving on to New Balance, we have the release of 2 colorways in the 650 silhouette, both of which will be going for the recommended retail price of $170. That's £150 here in the UK. With sometimes 4 and even 5 Jordan 1s dropping a month, some could argue that the Jordan 1 has somewhat lost its hype. Enter a silhouette that offers unique aesthetics, retro vibes, and amazing comfort. The 650 silhouette for me is majorly slept on. Therefore, it's an entry in not 1 but 2 of my must look at sneaker lists. It features in my top 10 New Balances of 2023 and my top 5 sneakers for spring 2023. In the white, honeycomb and Raincloud, we get white and greys, which contrast beautifully against the accents of honeycomb, a quite bright yellow. This high top offers premium leathers and comfort as standard, also with easy on the eye aesthetics. The second colorway is the white, Interstellar and Raincloud, and again this sneaker boasts the premium leathers in the backdrop color of white, cream and kind of grey, popping beautifully against the purple accents. With trend conforming hits of purple, I believe that this is a great sneaker to go out and cop. With the cool transitioning New Balance on the heel, this sneaker epitomizes retro, and in my opinion, a must-have alternative to the Jordan 1 high. Still on the 1st and now moving into Adidas's realm, we're looking at the Adidas Oketro 2.0. Going for the recommended retail price of $160, that's £140. This Adidas throwback has also been getting a big push this year, with several colorways already released. They are planning to drop 4 colorways: a blue, red, silver and green, an easy on the eye black and green, a black, blue, grey and silver, and a white, grey and green. This shoe boasts ultimate dad shoe aesthetics, with a big old chunky sole, with the bold 3-stripe detail and the bold M on the upper. Bragging that these are powered by AdiFom technology on the midsole, you know these sneakers are going to be comfortable. With these sneakers now starting to gain some traction in the sneakerhead community. Now onto the second, and we are going to look at some Jordans. The Air Jordan 12 and Mainere collaboration. Going for the recommended retail price of $225. That's about £205 here in the UK. With 2 colorways floating about, the black with burgundy crush and the white with burgundy crush. Mainere have been finessing what feels like the whole Jordan lineup for a while now, following up on their hugely popular and iconic collaborations with the Jordan 1, Jordan 2, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, which was arguably the sneaker of the year last year. The Jordan 12 is the latest silhouette to get the Mainere touch, with the white colorway being a women's release featuring premium white leather uppers with the suede burgundy crush accents. Not straying too far away from the typical aesthetics seen on a Jordan 12. You know what you get with a Jordan 12, premium materials throughout. The black colorway also features the burgundy crush detail, but instead on the upper it is made of premium smooth suede. This is a plush and premium silhouette that is sure to be well sought after. Also on the 2nd of March, we have the Air Jordan 1 CMFT Zoom in the grey purple colorway. Going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130 here in the UK. The Jordan 1 Zoom CMFT gets the spring clean treatment, bringing to the table nice pastel colours, with easy on the eye hues of purple and grey, with cream midsoles and laces. This colour profile isn't too shabby. Made up of various textures of suede, this is going to be a pretty easy sneaker to drop in spring and summer. Moving now on to the 3rd of March, we have the Adidas AdiFom Superstar. Going for the recommended retail price of $90, that's about £70 here in the UK. Foam slip-on footwear has been a big trend recently, and Adidas hopes to utilise this by dropping the 3rd colourway of their remastered and reinvented AdiFom Superstar. It's hard to go wrong with black on black. They have tweaked their previous January release, which had black and white stripes, and just kind of made it an off black. This colorway is again easy on the eyes and sure to pull in crowds for spring and summer. Also releasing on March the 3rd, Nike Air Max heads will be happy to know the Nike Air Max 95 Reflective Safari dropping. Going for the recommended retail price of $180, that's £160. This silhouette sticks to monochrome hues which blend from the black or the charcoal black to grey, with that reflective detail to boot, finishing off with a jet black or charcoal mesh upper and outsole and midsole with that well-loved window into the Air technology throughout. The midsole. This is an easy on the eyes and easy to drop colorway, so I expect it to be popular. Staying with Nike and staying with Air Max, we have the Air Max 1 Safari in Summit White. Going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130. Air Max 1 heads will be happy to know this silhouette ushers in the beginning of many Air Max drops, kicking things off with clean white leather uppers and tonal overlays featuring that grey animal print, subtle hits of baby blue. These kicks completely disrespect the warm-up to Air Max Day and the Big Bubble. It's like they warm up straight into a sprint. I hope Nike don't pull a hammy. Also on the 3rd of March, we have the New Balance 2002R Protection Pack. With the 2 original colorways of the 2002R Protection Pack going for anywhere in excess of 4.5 times that of retail on the reseller market, this is a very loved silhouette. The distressed, unconventional, moth-eaten-like suede upper overlays was an instant hit. So with such great success, it would be rude to not drop more colorway, which New Balance did. They dropped it in blue and also in pink. As nice as these were, it was almost an insurmountable task to replicate the love for the original 2 colorways. So enter these 2 new colorways that hope to level the playing field, blue and black. Black boasts again that much loved moth-eaten suede overlay detail with accentuating hits of grey beneath, while the blue offers blue suede overlays with a different hue of blue beneath. Both though have identical midsoles with black outsoles and grey and white midsoles, sporting the energy detailing in red. A hugely popular silhouette. I've got to admit though, I would have preferred to see a distressed style midsole to help match the overall kind of rugged profile of the sneaker. Still on the 3rd of March, we're going to move over to Reebok. Reebok are releasing an OG, the Reebok OG Blast. Going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130. Reebok is trying to wrestle their way into the sneaker game with this OG re-release of the classic in a well-loved color palette, black, white and red, with the iconic explosion detail featured on the heel, the upper, the midsole and the outsole. It is a striking detail that demands your attention. Also on the 3rd of March, we have the AJ5 in the Unk colorway, dropping for the recommended retail price of $225, that's £200 here in the UK. The much loved Unk or University of Carolina colorway gets splashed over the Jordan 5's premium nubuck upper, featuring all the typical Jordan 5 details we love. I've got to say it's to good effect, with white and Unk speckled on the midsole against black and ice blue. I expect this to be a sought after Jordan 5. Also on the 3rd of March, we have the AJ14 in the metallic silver colorway releasing, dropping for the recommended retail price of $200, that's £180. These are expensive, but metallic silver is one of this season's heavy hitters. Take that and douse it over a Jordan 14 and you've got this sharp, futuristic and edgy ladies release. Accentuated with beautiful black and red detailing, this sneaker is for the extroverted and bold. Also on the 3rd of January, we have an Asics Gel-NYC release, going for the recommended retail price of $130, that's £110 here in the UK. A sneaker that is in my list of the top 5 sneakers to cop in spring. They are dropping a jaw-dropping 8, that's right, 8 different colorways. We've got blues, greens, greys, creams, blacks, browns, tans and pinks, with a common theme being the suede overlays and mesh and leather uppers, with so many colors that are so beautifully balanced with retro age aesthetics and modern age comfort. This sneaker gives me almost 2002 R Protection Pack vibes. On that note, also on the 3rd dropping is the New Balance 580 Castlerock, going for the recommended retail price of $140, that's £120. They take their roll bar infused silhouette, they dash some plush navy and grey suedes on the upper, around the toe tip, midfoot and heel, accentuated with a white midsole and mesh upper. This sneaker boasts a complementary colour profile that I'm sure will be a hit. On the 4th of January, we have another Nike Air Max 1. We have the Nike Air Max 1 collaboration between LeBron and the Liverpool FC. You don't know, that's my club. With dark teal overlays and black leather trimming, this colorway is inspired by the Liverpool 3rd kit, with mesh upper, co-branded insoles with the Liverpool logo and the LeBron logo. This sneaker proposes an interesting color palette that will no doubt pop up on the radar of Air Max fans, Liverpool fans and LeBron fans. Moving on to the 6th of January, and we have a delayed release of a Nike Dunk. The Nike Dunk Low Reverse Brazil, going for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100. This sneaker I originally mentioned in my February drip video and was delayed. An easy win. Invert a popular color palette. As the title suggests, this is a reverse of the original Brazil colorway. With a slightly different hue of the bright yellow, it boasts really rich greens and a white midsole. Quality, firm leather, there is no doubt this is going to be a success. On the 7th of January, we have a big release. The Nike Air Force One and Tiffany 1837. Going for the eye-watering, bank-emptying, recommended retail price of $400, that's £360 here in the UK. It's not cheap, though a potential grail sneaker. Well, it has all the grail sneaker qualities. Number one, it's limited. If rumors are anything to go by, there are only 4,000 pairs of this sneaker. Two, it's the first collaboration between Nike and Tiffany. And three, it's made of plush materials. It features premium nubuck on the upper with a contrasting Patone 1837. Tiffany's colors. A unique design with silver on the heel that is embossed with NY standing for New York. It says Tiffany & Co. and also has the 925, which is an indication to its purity, 92.5% pure silver. On the 7th of March, we have two silhouettes released in a pack entitled The Future is Equal. These sneakers are an ode to equality in all its forms, with the Air Max 90 Future is Equal going for the recommended retail price of $140, that's £120. It boasts clean, crisp, white canvas uppers with a sail tinted midsole, a mocha outsole, and a contrasting sticker detail on the lateral aspect, which features lips wrapped around the word equal. The Nike Dunk Low Future is Equal also boasts very, very similar aesthetics, going for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100. These aren't too expensive. Now, Nike has always been known for standing up for social justice, and this pack is no different. Also on the 7th of March, we have the Air Max 97 Gold Bullet, going for the recommended retail price of $185, that's £160. Last seen in 2017 and 2019, this silhouette inspired by the bullet train was first developed over 25 years ago, with gold throughout the upper and red accents, with the iconic midsole in white, which at the time featured the largest air unit ever seen. This is an iconic and vibrant sneaker. Also on the 7th of March, we have the Nike Vapourmax Orange Green, going for the recommended retail price of $230, that's £210. Again, these aren't cheap, but we know that greens and browns blend so beautifully together. Put them on a neoprene upper, throw in a Vapourmax unit, and you have a killer example of a Vapourmax sneaker, boasting a color palette that really can be worn all year round. On the 8th of March, we have an Air Jordan 2 release entitled Unk to Chicago, going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130. This Jordan 2 Low takes you from the Unk University of Carolina colorway into the Chicago red. This women exclusive features white levers on the upper, accentuated by this Unk blue and Chicago red, with a sail midsole. This is an easy on the eye, very easy to wear in spring and summer sneaker. Now on the 9th of March, we have the Nike Air Max 90 entitled Air Pressure, made up of several materials including leather, mesh and suede, with relatively relaxed hues of browns, beiges and oranges, seated all on top of a white midsole with the air unit there. And on that air unit, they have stamped established in 1990. This sneaker offers a good blend between strong and mild colors. Also in that pack, and on the same day, the 9th of March, Air Max 97 Air Pressure is also being released. Just like its cousin, the Air Max 90 Pressure, this drops hues of oranges and browns on a white and gum midsole, but instead on the air unit this time it is stamped with established in 1997 in black. Also on the 9th of March, we have a Dunk Low releasing, the Nike Dunk Low Denim Industrial Blue. Take some teal denim, throw it over a Dunk Low, add in a sail kind of distressed midsole, cap it off with a teal outsole, and you got this bad boy, an interesting take on the classic. Also on the 9th of March, we have two further Dunk Low releases. We have the Nike Dunk Low Denim Oreowood, going for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100 here in the UK. This Dunk Low feels like a blank Canvas, made up of whites and sails with accents of red. This is a sneaker that personally I feel like I just want to take and do some tie-dyeing with it. Also, the Nike Dunk Low LX Black Suede is releasing on the 9th of March. Going for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100 here in the UK. A suede on suede mashup with soft jet black suede overlays, sail suede uppers and midsole, jet black uppers and tri-coloured laces featuring white, red and black. Finished off with a creamy swoosh which has accents of silver around it. A fresh example of a Nike Dunk Low that I personally would probably swap the laces out for. On the 10th of March we have an Air Jordan 1 Low releasing in the ice blue colorway. Going for the recommended retail price of $120, that's £100. Take the world's most loved colorway and throw it on a sneaker with accents of white and you have this bad boy. Made up of plush leather uppers of baby blue and white with a white and baby blue midsole and outsole respectively. A surefire hit. Also on the 10th of March we have the Nike Air Foamposite White Dream A World. Going for the recommended retail price of $250. £230 here in the UK. Whew, it's a lot. You might not be aware though that this sneaker is celebrating its 25th birthday, with two colorways being dropped, the black and white featuring black and white uppers and suede with hits of grey, with a blue and grey featuring a similar pattern but just in blue and grey. This sneaker offers something very new and unusual to the sneaker world. On to the 11th of March and we have the Air Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. Going for the recommended retail price of $220, that's £200 here in the UK. The 35th year anniversary of the Air Jordan 3 is going to be celebrated, and in a big way. What way, you ask? By reviving a well-loved OG colorway. The reimagined white cement running in full family sizing is going to feature crisp plush white leathers, the iconic elephant print overlays with a creamy midsole and grey outsole. Finished off with red accents around the sneaker and on the tongue with the Jumpman. This will most certainly be a popular and well sought after release. Where would we be if I didn't mention the obligatory restock of the Panda? We would be nowhere, that's where we would be. So here it is. Build for the 11th of March, again with full family run sizing. If you continue to take an L, be patient and wait till the 11th of March because there will be another restock. What can I say? Like I've said before, we love black and white. They are easy to put together, easy to throw on with other clothes. It's a surefire hit. On to the 14th of March and we have the Nike High Dunk Faded Spruce. Going for the recommended retail price of $135, that's £115 here in the UK. Bragging and boasting jet black smooth leather uppers, accentuated by textured forest green overlays. Seated on top of a sail and aged like midsole and finished off with forest green laces and outsole. Another beautiful example of a Nike Dunk High and one that I have my eyes on. On the 18th of March, we have the Air Jordan 1 High Skyline. We're going for the recommended retail price of $180, that's £160. This silhouette has white leather accentuated by material overlays boasting a skyline-like pattern, with each sneaker having a gradient that's different and opposite to each other, fading from blue to peach, or peach to blue, with further contrasting black swoosh, laces and outsole. On the 20th of March, we have another grail, a grail if you ask me. We have the Air Jordan 4 and SB collaboration in the pine green colorway. Going for the recommended retail price of $225, that's about £200 here in the UK. Nike haven't traveled far at all for this collaboration. They have pulled the skateboard division in, and I must say to really good effect, creating what I feel like is a piece of art. With crisp white leather uppers accentuated by that beautiful pine green hits in the eye stays, midsole and heel, finished off with crisp smooth suede overlays. Whew, it's a lot. With the Nike and SB on the heel popping and a little bit of red with the Jumpman on the tongue. This is a superb example of an Air Jordan 4. This will no doubt be very popular and thus very hard to get. Now, moving on to the 23rd of March and we have another Air Force One. The Air Force One Billie Eilish white, going for the recommended retail price of $140, that's £120 here in the UK. Billie Eilish continues her sustainable theme, with this sneaker boasting a patchwork upper made of recycled materials in a triple white colorway. This is a solid alternative to those of you who love a triple white pair of Air Force Ones. Now onto a few where I'm not too sure when they're going to land in March, but they're supposed to land in March. That's what I'm going to say. Moving on first to a New Balance 650 in the black, white colorway. Going for the recommended retail price of $140, that's £120. If you've watched me before, or even the start of this video, you would have figured out that I've got a special place in my heart growing for the 650 silhouette. Now don't get me wrong, I love a Jordan 1 as much as the next man, but there's a lot of them, and I've got to say variety is the spice of life. And I also do love a little bit of originality. Enter this New Balance silhouette, which kind of ticks all of those boxes. With this silhouette dropping in a beautiful palette of colors, with contrasting accents of black, with white, grey and an aged midsole, with great quality leather, a lot cheaper than a Jordan 1, this sneaker epitomizes retro and will be a strong addition to your wardrobe because, like I've said before, black and white, they go so easily. Therefore, giving this silhouette easy throw-on appeal and go status. Also, another New Balance releasing sometime in March is the 992 green and yellow. Going for the recommended retail price of $200, that's £180. Green is one of this season's big colors, and New Balance have blended a beautiful forest-like green and pine green with premium suede overlays. Remember, the Made in USA brags about how premium it is, seated on top of pine green mesh, accentuated on the tongue and the heel tip with black, throwing a sail or age-like midsole with hits of grey within it, on top of a black and green outsole. For good measure, throw on that splash of yellow on the New Balance M to really get it to pop. A straight knockout punch of a colorway of the 990 V2. Also dropping in March at some time, I'm not too sure when, is the Nike Air Force 1 mid collaboration between Off-White and Pine Green. The third colorway of this Air Force 1 mid collaboration. A collab that I believe is about to help breathe some life into the mid. Considering the two previous colorways, this colorway is relatively tame, with only two main colors featuring pine green and crisp white leather uppers, with the iconic Off-White tag in white and that crazy anterior spiked midsole detail. A lovely color palette in keeping with season's trends and a lot easier to drop. Also, a big drop sometime in March for the Air Max 95 heads is the Air Max 185 Big Bubble. Releasing sometime in March, this sneaker has got sneaker heads and Air Max heads gas, featuring the larger air bubble unit, featuring red and grey overlays on white mesh with a bright white midsole. This is hyped and likely to fly off the shelves. On to the 24th of March, and we have the Air Jordan 2 low in the melon tint. Going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130. A sneaker with a zesty feel to it, boasting lovely smooth white leather and suede uppers, with orange and peach accents around the collar and eye stays respectively, on top of a grey and orange outsole. This is a nice spring-summer example of an Air Jordan 2 low. So we come to the last, and I've got to say, I saved the best to last, because we have a grail alert. On the 25th of March, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows in the olive colorway is dropping. Going for the recommended retail price of $150, that's £130 here in the UK. The hype for these sneakers is off the chart. This is built to be a ladies release with extended sizing and also family sizing. If the previous iterations are anything to go by, like I said, this is going to be heavily sought after. With white leather overlays and an olive green swoosh and outsole, throw in jet black uppers, a sail kind of aged midsole, and some bright red details on the tongue and heel. This is a very well put together color palette that knocks this Jordan 1 low way out of the water, into the sky, into the atmosphere, into the cosmos. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this month's releases. Are you going to cop? Would you like me personally to pick up some pairs and give you that detailed review, that detailed touch? As always, do your boy a solid and show me some love. Scroll across to that like button, smash that bad boy, and whilst you're there, why not also just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future Crep Check content. In addition, your boy's on the socials, so log into your socials, search up for Dr. Vassell, and follow that bad boy for sneaker content and some general banter. People, as always, it's been a wave, but we out and bad. Peace.